Right now, family, friends, and colleagues are coming together to help a South Florida high school principal.
He was coaching his son's Little League baseball game at the time when that driver slammed right into him.
And we are now hearing that doctors had to amputate both of his legs earlier today.
It's going to be a long journey, and we're going to be with him every step of the way.
I was involved in an accident. I was watching my son's Little League baseball game at a park, and a drunk driver came through the field. And as I was helping some people get out of the way, the car hit me. And basically, that's as far as I remember. When I first wake up in the hospital, like always, my wife was by my side. And a month had passed already since my accident. I didn't realize that. I thought the accident was the night prior. So as I start talking to my wife, she realizes that I had no idea how much time had passed. I did tell my wife, it feels like there's a hole at the end of the bed and my legs are dangling down and they hurt a lot. So at that point, she realized that I didn't know that my legs had been amputated. At the beginning, a lot of doctors told me that prosthetics were not going to be an option for me because of the amount of injuries, crushing injuries in my bones. And the therapist always told me, don't worry about the doctors. You know, the doctors are there to save your life, but they don't do what we do. Now we're in the next stage of your life and of your recovery, and that's to be able to get you up and walking. The physical therapy was extremely hard. Number one, I was a very active person before my accident. Now seeing myself as a double amputee, not being able to do anything at the time. I could barely get out of my wheelchair. So that was extremely difficult. Also, the therapies were very painful at times, but we knew there was an end game. My interaction with the therapist throughout the 9 weeks that I was at Baptist was the most important part, due to the fact that there were days that I didn't want to do therapy. There were days that I didn't want people around me. There was days that I wanted to do it, but their attitude and their persistency, along with my family, to get me to do the things that I needed to do to get better is why I got better, and that's why I'm doing as well as I'm doing now. As part of my therapy, once a week, they took me on community outings. So they took me to the mall to see how my reaction was going to be once I was out. They also took my family afterwards to see how I was going to react with my kids, my wife. We even took field trips to my house as they were retrofitting my house for wheelchair accessibility, and with the help of the therapist even, and those things have helped me tremendously in my recovery. The care that the therapists and the staff at Baptist take, and the time they take to make sure they get to know the patient, their family, their needs, I think that's extremely important, because without that, you can't get better. Doctors are experts and therapists are experts, but they're not amputees. They're telling you the right thing, but till you don't hear it from an amputee yourself, you don't understand it better. So at least for me, it helped me tremendously. So that's whenever they have somebody that's going through similar situations, she'll call me and I'll come by and speak to them. As far as physical activities that I look forward to get back to do, I mean, walking was by far the number one thing. And about a month ago, I actually was able to get rid of the cane most of the time, so I'm walking freely. Running is huge for me. I was an avid runner. I ran marathons, half marathons, and the goal is in about 2 years, I want to run a 5K. It's made me realize how important, the little things in life are. And with the help of the therapist and some of the lessons that were learned at the time, I've been able to not only do those things, but I've been able to achieve more than I did maybe before my accident. Anybody that I know that needs rehab care, this is the place I recommend.